to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and Josh Hennig as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 9 in the NFL. And it's Eagles-Cowboys week. It's finally here, Mike Carlin.
We've been waiting for this day, and it's here.
It's
like,
here.
It's like a Christmas.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Christmas Day. This was the game we've been thinking about all year. This is our first big
This game is always circled.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's Dallas.
And it's Dallas. But, Josh, yesterday we talked about how I didn't think the enthusiasm for this game as intense as it has been in previous years. Am I correct in saying that?
You're correct and you're incorrect. It's a duality. I think the fans still care as much as ever. I think.
And why is that, Josh?
Well, because most fans are raised to hate the Cowboys. They're instructed by their parents and their grandparents and their aunts and their uncles. Cowboys are the enemy. They've been told that their entire life. So, it's like anybody who grows up in a certain environment.
Carlin, I thought we had yesterday, we had callers calling. I said, I wanted people calling in to tell us how you became a Cowboys fan. And then we heard a myriad of reasons. We had a bunch of calls coming in.
Not
but
good
I don't,
reasons.
But I don't, none of them are really great reasons. But I don't think, like Josh said, like the Cowboys really haven't been relevant. They haven't really won anything in the last, 27 years. And the Eagles have pretty much been the gold standard in the NFL over the last, 10 years?
Yep.
Well, it's flip-flop. Remember what it was like in the 70s and 80s into the 90s? It was Dallas, Dallas, Dallas. Now it's turned completely around to us from the year 2000 on. It's us, but it's still Dallas. The people that get me are the ones that, born and raised in Mays Landing, and they're a Dallas fan.
Right,
why? Yeah, why?
Well, we had Trey call in from Magnolia yesterday, and he said that when he was 6 years old, his parents just bought him a coat. They didn't have a lot of resources, and the only coat he could afford was a Cowboys coat.
Because it's half off.
So we gave
half off.
Half off.
Right.
So we gave him a gift certificate to Captain Chucky's for the story. But still, I don't think it's a good enough reason for me because look during the 70s, horrible. During the 70s, Eagles weren't a good successful franchise. They weren't a winning team, and people jumped off the bandwagon.
It's more than that, though. The problem is that you have entire groups of people who are sheep. They're beta males. They don't actually know how to think for themselves, make decisions for themselves. So they just do whatever mommy and daddy told them to do.
Well, we got a great show lined up. We're going to get you pumped up for Eagles football today. Eagles-Cowboys at 4:25. You can catch all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN. Mike and Merle with the call. We're going to get you pumped up for Eagles football. Carlin, you're going today.
I'm going today.
He's going to leave. Josh, he's going to leave us a
getting out
few
here
minutes early, and he's going to head on up. And you're going to a tailgate. You're going to the game. You're hobnobbing with the rich and famous.
Lifestyle of the rich and famous.
It is a good.
Oh, that's
thing.
right. You guys are
It's a good
too old
year.
for that song.
Look, I think he's he's a little quiet right now.
Danny
He's
knows
saving
what
all
I'm
his
talking
energy.
about.
Well, bring it now because it will be loud inside the link.
Did
It
it-
will be loud.
By the way, Danny, you can confirm you're the only person aside from me who knows what song I referenced there, right?
I know it.
Who sings it?
Oh, I don't know to sing
Exactly,
it, but I can
yeah.
sing the words.
All right, we got a great show lined up today as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook right here inside the Tropicana as we are each and every Sunday. It's Week 9 in the NFL. Right now we're watching the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Both teams are 6-2, and I think, Kansas City 7-0 right now. But this is a big-time game, Carlin.
This is who you could see in the Super Bowl. This is who the Eagles could be playing in the Super Bowl.
One of these
one of these two teams. Correct.
Yep.
Very easily.
We're going to be talking with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News as we do every Sunday. We get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City. One thing that Grayson has said throughout the whole season, and ever since we've had him on, going back a few years, the one thing you can't do is turnovers, Carlin. And I'm looking at the stats here. Jalen Hurts has 8 interceptions, and he's got 3 fumbles. That's 11, Mike.
Yeah, but they're not all his fault.
I don't care. They're attributed to him.
There's tips.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem.
No, Josh.
Yes,
you're
it is
wrong.
a problem.
No,
You're wrong. Because, first of all, Jason Kelsey said
Here
on
we
his
go.
I have the audio. Jason Kelsey said on his podcast, the fumble on the goal line was his fault.
Okay.
It was a bad exchange.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
2 of the interceptions against the Jets, they were deflections or the guy didn't catch the ball. That's not his
So
fault.
Kelsey was saying he wasn't covered for his quarterback. You don't think? Because I played quarterback, and if I fumble snap, it was always on me.
Yeah, because your coaches are idiots. Again, people are raised to do whatever they're told.
I'll tell you what,
okay?
the only interception that I'll give, I won't blame Jalen Hurts is when Dallas Goedert. It was
That's one
that
of
was
them.
that was like a fumble. That should have been a fumble, not an interception.
But there was another one where it bounced off the receiver's hands and went to the other team.
Nevertheless, Josh, he's been credited with 8 interceptions, 3 fumbles, and it's too much.
Great.
You
I
can't,
did-
if
I-
you're
did
going to
I
win
hear-
the game today, you can't turn the ball
Did I
over.
hear
You
anyone
cannot.
complain about Brett Favre with all the interceptions that he threw and he won a championship?
Josh, I don't care about Brett Favre.
Oh, okay,
I
you
care
don't
about
care.
the Philadelphia Eagles. And if we're going to win today,
Billy
Carlin,
doesn't care
if
about
we're going to
anyone
win today,
else.
Carlin, we cannot turn the ball over.
Let me
We
let me
can't turn the ball.
yeah,
over.
let-
It hurts.
let me calm both of you guys down with which I think is very more important.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
He's the voice
I
of reason all of a
understand
sudden
the
over here.
turnovers and all that, but what we're not talking about week after week, and he's not getting better. I think they're hiding her. I think Hurts is hurting, guys.
Right.
He is not 100%.
It's evident he's limping around the
Yeah.
place. I mean, you can see it with your own eyes.
He's just not himself yet. And today you got to be 100%.
So you think that's the reason for his turnover, his propensity to turn the ball over because he's hurt?
I'm not saying that, but I don't think when you're not 100%, you're not playing 100%.
Well, that is true, but
His-
I still blame the coaches because the coaches are not putting him in a position to be successful. There's too many predetermined throws. There's too many situations where an offensive coordinator is not, I repeat, not letting him use the entire field. If you ever watch a college football game, guys, what does the quarterback do? Option 1, option 2, get out of there, right?
Right.
What are the Eagles doing? Option 1, option 2.
Yeah, but he's
get
been
out of
fixed.
there.
But Jalen Hurts been fixated on option 1.
Okay, but
Because he's being told to.
look at it this way. We've talked about this now. We're into what, 8 games?
We got a Cowboys fan right here walking by our stand.
Billy, you're easily distracted. Carlin was saying something.
You can keep walking.
You can keep walking. Boo!
Just keep walking. Okay,
Carlin, what are you
Guys.
trying to say?
guys, listen. Josh just made a great point about
Right.
the offensive coordinator. Remember, this guy's a new offense going. Would we be having these problems if we had the same guys last year?
If
Right now.
If Steichen was,
Yeah.
or,
I doubt it.
I doubt it. But
Oh,
all right,
that's
but,
my answer.
But he's the
We
one.
didn't play preseason. No one played in the preseason.
But Mike, Jalen Hurts the one that goes out there and performs. You can't blame the players. Got to play. Josh, how many times have we talked-
John Elway was a loser until he got Mike Shanahan.
That's
Then he
right.
won 2 championships. Coaching matters in the NFL more than any other sport. It's absolutely wild.
So we'll be talking with Scott Grayson at the bottom of the first hour. Hour 2, Mark Grimes is up. He's going up to the game. Maybe he'll run into Grimes. He's
Grimes
going up
will
to the
be
game.
there.
He's going to call in at 11. Give us a little flavor from up there.
Maybe you can tell me how to get there in traffic wise.
And then, of course, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant at Summers Point. We'll get in. By the way, Josh, cricket's over here. Carlin, did I beat you last week in fantasy?
Okay, so if you run back the tape, did I not say you cannot depend on the point projections? Because the point projections say I was going to beat you.
Yeah, I know.
And what did I say? You don't depend on the point projections.
We both
Anything
said that,
can
Josh.
happen.
We both made it clear.
Yeah.
I understand, but everybody was laughing at me. Oh, I was.
No,
I was wanted-
we're laughing at you because of the fact that you keep asking me to help you with your fantasy team.
I was
Well,
wanted.
I help you so much with your team, it's to my own detriment.
I know.
I
was
told you that was
25,
going to
now
come
I'm
back to
3.
bite you, Josh. I did.
And by the way, Danny, so ready for this? I get a text message during the week, and Danny wants to pillage my guys, take all my guys, and then I said, wait a minute, I'm back in it. I'm 3-5.
He goes, I'll give you Dave Montgomery for Eckler. I said, no shot.
That's a horrible trade.
Hey man, I'm trying to be like Howie Roseman, get the steal of the century.
That's not Howie Roseman. You weren't giving him anything enticing.
Well, that's,
Remember what we heard from Scott last week too?
what's that?
How he's not done.
No, Howie's not done.
I
Real
believe
quick,
him.
Well, apparently he is because he didn't make another trade at the deadline. So
another
we're
aspect.
done with trade. So unless he's adding somebody in free agency that we don't know about.
That's what I think he's going to do.
Josh, another aspect that we're going to get into. Obviously, we're going to break most of the game down. What we think is what the Eagles need to do to win the game. But the last 2 games, they're off. I mean, we hear how great this offensive line is, but the last 2 weeks we haven't been able to run the ball. Last week we ran the ball 22 times for 59 yards, Josh. Can't have that. We got to do it much better.
And I think that I think part of the problem is the Gainwell problem. I think that there is a legitimate problem. You know, Nick Sirianni can make all the excuses he wants, saying how, well, how do you put it? You know, Gainwell does so well in practice and in previous games. I don't care. What have you done for me lately? And the reality is that, Billy, you're asking a guy who's my size. Kenny Gainwell is literally my height and my weight. And you're asking him to run it on 3rd and 2? Why?
Just a bad.
That's a horrible idea.
Horrible idea.
You want me running the ball on 3rd and 2?
And you can't be texting at halftime, can you?
Oh, that,
what is that all about? Well, we'll get into it all. It's Eagles-Cowboys Sunday. We're going to get pumped up. We got the Dolphins and Chiefs on right now. We're here at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. We got a great crowd here already, and we're looking forward to today's big game. All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shore to center city, and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227.
Your ultimate game day experience awaits you at Caesars Sportsbook at Tropicana Atlantic City. Watch and bet on your favorite NFL teams all season long with 180-plus seats, VIP booths, and massive screens. The Caesars Sportsbook at Tropicana is the place to book your experience at Caesars.com/AC.
All right, I'm here to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. Now, Josh and I were down there last week. We did the live broadcast. The food's phenomenal.
Yep.
You got to get down to La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. It opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll enjoy their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9. You get 1 free signature pizza per table, which is a great deal. And, of course, they got drink specials, $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and Josh Hennig right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's Week 9, and the Eagles host the Dallas Cowboys. Later today at the Link.
Goes Prescott. He's looking. Steps up. He's hit. And he's dropped.
Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station. Brought to you by
Jenkins Plumbing and Heating at jenkinsonSons.com. Piccalilli Inn. Nobody beats the Piccalilli, Route 206 in Chemong. Frank Vincent Windows, Roofing, Siding, and Doors make your home look new again. BMW of Atlantic City. Shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Ocean Casino. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. And First Bank of Sea Isle.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey folks, we got big news and a small disclaimer. It's Springfield Mitsubishi Atlantic City, but it's actually in Pleasantville. We got a secret stash of pre-owned budget-friendly cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got it all, even cars with stories more interesting than your great aunt's last vacation. Swing by Springfield Mitsubishi AC. New location, new laughs, and lots of used cars to choose from. Visit us at SpringfieldMitsubishiAC.com and experience the sure way to buy a car.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 9 of the NFL. But it's Eagles-Cowboys Sunday. We're getting you ready for the game. Eagles 7-1, Cowboys 5-2. If the Eagles win today, they can really separate themselves from the Cowboys and have a stronghold on
this little bye.
Yeah,
get through this week, bye, relax, get everybody, and then get ready for the stretch.
Because
this is the beginning of the stretch.
Let's after this week, if hope God willing, we'll have a Eagles victory tonight against the Cowboys. But then we get a bye. We get the Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, Cowboys, and Seahawks. Josh.
Yeah, this is the stretch, man. This is the part of the schedule that people like you and me, Bill, were concerned about. It's the idea that the Cowboys are the beginning of this run that, I mean, let's be realistic. It's not going to get easier because you got Kansas City coming out of the bye. And then the only saving grace, Bill, is that 3 of these next 4 games are in Philadelphia. Otherwise, you'd be really with the short end of the stick.
I had an opportunity to go to the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame on Thursday night, the dinner, the induction ceremony, and I had an opportunity to talk with Jeremiah Trotter. I interviewed him. We played it yesterday, but he was talking about playing in Philadelphia, how emotional the fans are, what the support is. He loved playing in front of our fans.
Well, listen, it's like stepping on the court. When you hear the crowd, it doesn't matter if it's the field or court, whatever. When they know they're behind you, you're playing better even than you think you can play.
Right.
You're giving everything
raise you up
have.
another
Right.
level. Now, Josh, the Cowboys, their record against teams, what's their record? I mean, their record isn't that great against teams.
Winning record.
So the Cowboys have 5 wins this year. The record of those teams against the Cowboys in those 5 games are 14-24 on the year. So the Cowboys have beat up on some average teams this year. Kind of like the Dolphins did. Remember a couple weeks ago, what the conversation about the Dolphins?
Right, you had the same stat. I
Who
like
did the
that.
Dolphins play? So, Dallas has conveniently scored a lot of points against the Giants and an injured Rams team and an injured Patriots team. The Eagles have allowed 28 points or more only 3 times this year. And 2 of those times was to Washington. The other one was when the Vikings were fully healthy. So why would I think the Cowboys are going to come into Philadelphia and dominate? I just don't see it.
Well, I tell you what, if the Eagles secondary plays the way they played last week, Josh, I'm going to be concerned.
Could be trouble.
Right? It'll be trouble. They got torched for 4 touchdown passes by Sam Howell.
Is Washington's offense better than Dallas's offense? I don't think so.
No, but their coaching is. Because Eric
Correct.
Bieniemy now when teams that he has coached
He's
have
killed
scored
us.
38, 31, and 31 points against the Eagles. Against Vic Fangio style defenses, when Eric Bieniemy is the offensive play caller, he's averaging almost 30 points a game.
Isn't that something? The Eagles do score well at home. They've scored 30 points plus in all 3 of their home games this season, averaging 33 points per contest at home, but they're third in the league in scoring at 28. Dallas is 28.1. So they're nip and tuck right there.
Billy, this is going to be, I mean, we'll talk about the scores later on, but this is going to be a close game. I don't see a blowout either way. I really don't.
Well, the NFC never is. I mean, when
it's
you're
a
playing
division game. It's back to a division game, just like we saw last week.
Yep.
Jerry Jones said something this week that he typically doesn't say. And it was like, if you read between the lines, he was worried about this game coming up because he kept saying all the marbles are on this game moving forward.
Right.
Because from this point forward, you start figuring, are we going to make the playoffs?
Right.
And if you're where the Eagles are, you start thinking, now we know we're going to make the playoffs. Now we're looking for home games, conference. We win it all.
The issue, Bill, and you know this as well as anybody, if you watch football long enough, the issue isn't always, am I going to make the playoffs? The issue is, how well does my team do in the playoffs?
Yeah, but look, the Cowboys are 5-2. They lose tonight. They're 5-3. That's
Yeah, but
you're midway this season.
You're still going to make it.
You're still going to make the playoffs. But the problem with Dallas is that now, if you're 5-3, you're probably a wild card team. And if you're a wild card team, you're going to somebody else's house. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the conundrum.
The Philadelphia Eagles are going to. I love it when the Eagles dominate against the Cowboys. Some plays that leave an indelible mark in my head was that fourth down back when Switzer tried to go for the fourth and a yard. He got stopped twice.
Yeah,
I love that. I want to see something like that. Really jam it to him.
This day's going to be a special day for the Eagles too, with players. 2 different players can set records today.
Yeah,
Ready
A.J.
for that?
Brown.
A.J. Brown can become only just the 5th NFL player since 1970. Think of all the players that have played that he can produce. If he does over 100 yards today receiving, 7 consecutive games, he's done that. I mean, think of all the great receivers that you want. And then Hurts, he's going to set the record today for rushing. He's going to go past Randall Cunningham.
I'm looking at the statistics for the season, and remember I kind of look back to when A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts got into it on the sidelines, and we don't know exactly what it was about, obviously, but it have something to do with him getting the ball.
Well, I'll tell you what it's about.
Enough touches.
We know what it's about. Okay, there are low-hanging fruit imbeciles in Philadelphia radio who made it out to be more than it is. Okay. And because people listen to those people, they believe them. The reality is that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts are competitors.
Right.
Okay? I want my wide receiver
to want the ball.
The ball. I want my quarterback to stare him right in the face and not walk away like Donovan McNabb did. I want that passion on my sideline.
I get it, and it worked out well for him because he's got 60 receptions already, Carlin. He's got 60 receptions for 939 yards.
All right, now on the flip side, I'm going to devil opposite. You ready?
Okay.
When he was complaining about not getting the ball,
right?
What were we
running
doing?
The ball.
Running the ball. We were the best in the league.
Right.
Swift was going crazy. Now guess what's happening? It flipped. Now Brown's playing out of his mind.
Right.
And how did you start the show? We got to rush the ball.
Talking about running the ball.
So whose fault is that though? That's not Hurts or Brown's fault.
No.
That's the coaches, right?
No. Again, we go back to the coordinator.
Yeah, but Josh, how long have we been doing this Eagles pregame show? It's basically the same formula. Run the ball, or at least have a balanced attack. A balanced attack, right, Carlin?
Mm-hmm.
And don't turn the ball over.
Yep.
I mean, that's simple.
The key. That's the key.
Last week, they just got away from it. They got away from the run. It wasn't like –
But whose fault was that?
It wasn't like our offensive line, who's
no one's
arguably the best of the year, best of the league. They weren't playing downhill, Mike. They weren't firing off the ball.
Because who was calling the plays?
Well, you keep going back to that, but the players still got to execute.
But you haven't.
Don't the players have to execute, Josh?
The play. The players can only execute what's called the play.
Right.
If you don't call a run play, and that's what we're known for.
If
what are you looking for?
Brian Johnson and Jalen Hurts is here. Every play has actually two play calls. It's A and B side of the play call.
Right.
In the NFL. If the A and B side are both pass plays, what is Jalen supposed to say? Bleep you, Brian Johnson. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
No, he could do what they did in Rudy. I watched Rudy the other night. I was in
That's a
tears.
movie.
I was in tears.
That's
but at the end of the game, when Vince Vaughn, the offense, Notre Dame's offense had the ball, and they wanted to get Rudy. And so what they do, they changed the play in the huddle, and they threw the halfback pass. Vince Vaughn threw the halfback pass, which enabled the defense to get back on the field.
That's a great movie.
Right. Remember the coaching staff went nuts on the sidelines?
It was supposed to be Faust, right? Jerry Faust.
Jerry Faust.
Maybe he could do that. He could audible off the.
Is Rudy coming into the game?
No, but Josh, doesn't Jalen Hurts have the ability to check off at the line of scrimmage?
In theory, every quarterback has
He
that
better.
ability, but I don't know. I don't know if he's been truly empowered
Right.
to do
There's
that.
only a select few, Billy.
Like,
you know
like Patrick Mahomes
he's
can
not.
do whatever
he's
he
not Archie
wants.
Manning and Peyton Manning and all that. There's certain guys.
Did you say Archie Manning?
I didn't mean to say
Archie
Manning.
Manning.
Okay.
That was the 70s.
But Mahomes, I mean, I'd say there's 2 or 3 that literally can call their own plays. That if they don't see something they like, they can say, no, well, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, there's maybe 3 guys.
He's not at that level. He's close.
He'll get there. And by the way, we're here at the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. This is unbelievable. Look at these big screen TVs. This is the place to watch. It's like you're at the game. And I'm starting to see Cowboys jerseys here.
Giants.
So Giants.
Yeah,
we got a lot of Dolphins.
I got
Kansas City.
Pittsburgh.
So I got Dan Marino, Saquon Barkley. I got Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh, look at that Steeler one. That's an old time.
Jack Lambert.
Jack.
He was nasty, wasn't
Jack
he?
Lambert was something.
But they're all here. They're all here at the
Yeah.
Tropicana in Atlantic City for NFL game day at the Caesar Sportsbook with some of the largest TVs in the city.
This place is great. By the way, so talking to Jeremiah Trotter at the Sports Hall of Fame, Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame, he's intense. Just standing next to me. Remember we interviewed Brian Dawkins?
Oh,
But
play
just
right
sitting
now.
there, he felt like he was
Yeah.
like he wanted to get out and hit
His
somebody.
shirts were popping out of him.
Well, Jeremiah Trotter has that. He exudes that as well.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
He has that intensity. That just everyday intensity.
He's serious.
Josh was told to smile by our.
If he's like that at a function that you were at, imagine what he was like on the field.
Right.
No, I know. And who's all right? So Carlin, let me ask you this: on our defense, who is that guy right now? Who's that guy on our defense right now?
To getting everybody all razzed up.
Yeah.
During the game, before the game.
During the game.
Because
During the game, like Brian Dawkins he did that Axeman on the way out, but he was also intense during the game. You with the hits he laid on people, flying around the ball, right?
I'm having a hard time thinking because we don't really what I call
we don't
have a nasty guy.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a nasty linebacker. It's like
Right.
You're
Like
scared
Lambert
to death of
or
yeah.
like
Well,
Bill
those guys
Burke,
there's not as many of those
Trotter.
guys anymore in general.
We don't have that guy.
There's not many of those linebackers anymore.
Who I thought it was going to be, even though he was a rookie, just watching him play, knocking people out.
The Kobe Dean?
Sidney Brown.
Sidney
Brown. Yeah, but he's yeah.
But he's not. He's
well,
not
they say he's
doing it.
cut out of Brian Dawkins'
I
mold.
mean, he was nasty in the preseason.
Well, he's had some good hits this year, but he's just not ready to be.
Yeah, a veteran's not going to listen to him.
Right.
All right, man, we're getting you pumped up for Eagles-Cowboys at 4:25 today. We're broadcasting live at the Caesar Sportsbook. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227.
This Caesar Sportsbook is offering more ways to bet than ever before, with more props, bigger same-game parlays, and play-by-play betting, all of which are available on the kiosks at Trop AC, making it the best place to bet and watch.
Hey, I want to tell you about insurance, Stand Insurance Group. Sig Protection are the what-ifs keeping you up at night. Life is full of surprises, but with Stand Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stand will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price and give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com for a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Scott Grayson. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and Josh Hennig as we broadcast live from the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Blocked by Embiid. What a play by Joel. And Maxey has it. That may, in fact, seal the deal.
The Sixers host the Wizards tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again and again. Call Lenigan, again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card good for use at Vincenzo's Ristorante.
He's not in yet.
For just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly.
Not yet.
For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Yeah, let's get into it. Eagles-Cowboys are back here at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig, as we get you ready for Eagles-Cowboys. It's a big game for the Eagles. Not only that, it's just when the Eagles destroy the Cowboys later on this afternoon, it just makes the rest of the week go by so much nicer. You know what I mean, Josh? When you beat the stinking Cowboys.
It means a lot to people like you, Billy.
It does. It affects the whole vibe of the
is
city.
that the one team in the whole league that you want to beat more than anybody?
Yeah, I have a disdain for the Cowboys.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, you know, I was raised.
You were raised to hate the Cowboys.
Not to hate the Cowboys. My dad was a big Eagles fan. You know, everybody says, well, you do what your dad did.
Yeah.
Okay. My dad.
That's why I don't know
hockey. He was
hockey.
not a hater. He just, yeah. But he watched the games, but he didn't. What I appreciate that, what I respected is that he remained an Eagles fan when the bleak days, when they were horrible. He never jumped off.
You mean that he was loyal?
He was loyal, right? So I'm a loyal Eagles fan.
Great. I love it.
All right. I think we have Scotty Grayson. Let's go every Sunday during this time. We get the keys to the game with Fox 20 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, sponsored by Blitz's Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarket.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and you get $1 off for 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Market, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Fox and birthday boy, Scott Grayson. Happy birthday, Scott Grayson.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Scott, I know you're going to be a broken record this week, but it's worth, you say it every week, and sometimes when they listen to you for the 3 keys to the game that you provide us every Sunday, when they listen to you, it seems like they have, they seem like they can win pretty easily. When they turn the ball over, when they only run the ball 22 times, when the pass run ratios flip flop, you see what happened last week.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing is, Billy, you see what they do to a Miami Dolphins team, right? That's supposed to be all this kind of explosive, and they held them in check, and then they play these other games where they seem to just, I don't know, go through the motions more or less. I really don't expect that today. They have a bye week next week. There is absolutely nothing you're looking ahead to. This is the game that you really have an opportunity to put some distance between you and your opponent in your division. And let's face it, I think the more that the NFC shakes out here, the second place team in the NFC East at best can only be a 4 seed. And it may very well be the second best team in the conference. But you don't win this division, you're going to be in a rough spot come playoff time in terms of the road to get to the Super Bowl. So to me, there's a lot on the line with this game today. Of course, there will be in the second meeting later in the season. But you look at it today, and frankly, the Eagles win the game. They go to 8-1. The Cowboys fall to 5-3, I believe.
Yeah.
It's and you have the tiebreaker, and now you've really created a huge gap. But if you lose this game, they move into first place in the division, and they have the tiebreaker in their favor. So there's a lot of, and I'm really glad it's at home. I just think that there's really no reason why this team comes out flat today. Absolutely none.
We're talking with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. We get the keys to the game every Sunday, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Scotty, we were talking about the fact that last week the Eagles secondary got torched for 4 touchdowns by Sam Howell. Now, Sam Howell's a decent quarterback, but he's not Joe Montana or Dan Marino, and he made it. He picked us apart. You're playing against Dak Prescott, who's arguably a lot better than Sam Howell. How are they going to stop him today?
Well, you got to here's the way I look at it, Billy. Sam Howell did a really good job of following the game plan and getting rid of the ball. He didn't hold it. And therefore that negates the pass rush more often than not because they can't get there fast enough. The other thing I thought that the Commanders had a really good game plan for was they just picked apart the middle of the field. 7, 10, 12 yards down the field. They just kept going there. And the Eagles did not solve that problem. The other part of it that I think that you got to give a little bit of a hedge to is the fact that Byard was playing his first game after being traded at the beginning of the week. He played every snap. I got to believe there was a limited amount of the playbook that they were only opening for that reason. And it wasn't really, allowing them to do some of the things that I would expect they're going to do today, that they're going to do beyond the bye week as they can get more complicated and open up that playbook a little bit more. So, I was not happy, of course, to see Sam Howell doing what he did, but I think that might have been part of the reason why. Now, you look at today. Look, one thing we know Dak Prescott wants to do, and especially in a big game like this, is he wants to go out there and he wants to make the big plays. He wants to light this place up, and he wants to shut down that building at the Link. Well, that means you're going to hold on to the ball. And if you're going to hold on to the ball, this pass rush is going to get to you, or you're going to have to get rid of it quickly and throw some interceptions. So, I'm kind of getting into it a little bit, but to me, you got to harass the heck out of Dak Prescott today. And I think that's a big difference between him and Sam Howell is that Howell would follow the game plan. His back foot hit. He was getting rid of the ball. Dak Prescott has shown a tendency to not do that, and I think the Eagles have a chance to make him pay if he does.
Scott, we were talking earlier in the show. I want to get your thoughts on it because, I've been on record my criticism of the coaching staff here on this show and on other shows. I'm very frustrated at times. I feel like they're limiting Jalen Hurts. I feel like there are times there are too many predetermined throws in the offense. I feel like the reason why they're not running the ball enough is because, Sirianni and Johnson are really trying to get the ball to A.J. Brown. So what is your perspective on the coaching staff? How much of what the Eagles' problems is the coaching? How much is it the players for you?
Well, I'd really love to know how many times Jalen Hurts is changing the play at the line of scrimmage. And we don't obviously get the chance to know that exactly because that is an unfair criticism of the coaching staff if he's doing it. But we don't know that for sure. So my tendency is to blame the coaching staff. You've heard me, Josh, on here as far as Brian Johnson goes many times. They'll show a tendency to run the ball in the first quarter, and then they go away from it in the second quarter, and it's throw. Now, as far as giving the ball to A.J. Brown, lately, you can't really criticize that kind of game plan because it's working, and nobody's stopping it. But I do want to see the run game play a bigger part in this. I want to see them wear down a defense with that run. I've said this before. Let that offensive line beat up the opponent and let the running backs get some ground, get something going, right? Build a little bit of a rhythm. And then you can pour on the passing game on top of it. And I just think that to me is the best way to find success. But today, and we heard Nick Sirianni say it earlier, there are some players in this league on defense that you game plan against. And Micah Parsons is one of those guys. So one of the fun things to watch today for the nerds that get into it like I do is what is that game plan? What are they doing to Micah Parsons? They have had success in the past really mitigating Micah Parsons' ability to be a pain in the butt, against them. So I'm curious to see how they'll do that today. But, yeah, as far as, answering your question, Josh, I'm not sold on the offensive coordinator right now, Brian Johnson. To an extent, an extension of that is Nick Sirianni. I like their opening script. It always has a rhythm to it, and then they go away from it. Yeah. So I need to see more of that today.
Scott, it's Mike. So I've been looking at this game all week, and you said some key words just when you started your monologue there. I think today's the key to the game is the pressure on Zach from our front line. I think if you get him running, which he really doesn't want to do, with Sweat and with Reddick and Davis and Carter, we got too many guys up front that can get to him. And I think once you rattle him a little bit, when he feels comfortable, he's a whole different quarterback. When he's not comfortable, he plays a little erratic, and that's where you start seeing the bad passing. But getting back from last year to this year, the big thing with Zach that I've seen is the play calls where he's not throwing the ball deep as long as he did last year where he got the interceptions. And I think sometimes that's why you hear from Lamb yelling, where's the ball? I want it. But it's all little tight ends over the middle for 8 yards, 10 yards, stuff like that. And that's why I think the key to this game is the pressure on him. You got to get, and like you said, we got to run the ball. We got to use the clock and run the ball and get Swift going.
Yeah, I think one of the big things I want to key on there that you were talking about, Mike, is just how you rattle Dak. Certainly you want to hit him. And I'm telling you, like, again, the nerd in me is going to be watching Jalen Carter today. Because if you don't give him the ability to even step up in the pocket because Carter's blowing it up, now you're really letting your ends eat because he's got to bail to one side or the other. There's nowhere up the middle you can step to. And on top of that, the other thing you want to see is I just really want to see CeeDee Lamb lately has been getting frustrated. He becomes vocally frustrated on the sidelines. You start to see that sideline fall apart a little bit. That, to me, is a big thing today, too, is if you can get up on him a little early and if you can cause Dak to make some mistakes, CeeDee Lamb will blow his top. And, frankly, I think that would be a whole lot of fun to watch.
We're talking with Scott Grayson, as we do each and every Sunday. We get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Scott, I want to ask you this because you're down in the locker room, you're close to the team, you get to see the interactions of the players. We were talking about before you came on, the defense usually a defense has an identity. Like, remember Jack Lambert for Pittsburgh and Trotter. I went to the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame dinner on Thursday. I interviewed Jeremiah Trotter. He still has that edge to him. Who on the Eagles defense this year has that? Who is that one guy that, like Dawkins or like Trotter or like Bill Berg, you know what I mean? Somebody that leads this defense. we don't really have anybody on the defense, do we?
You've got – well, it's because you got so many veterans on that defensive side of the ball. I think it's by committee, frankly.
Okay.
On the back end, you've got a Slay who kind of is more your vocal leader. But I got to be honest, Billy, and a couple times I've talked to Byard and hearing some more about him, he is like a Malcolm Jenkins, apparently. That's kind of the way he was in Tennessee. So I think he can be that kind of veteran leader, a more vocal leader as the season goes on and he gets more comfortable. And then you look up front and you've got all kinds of guys like Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, who's really taken Jalen Carter under his wing. You got Hassan Reddick, who plays with a lot of passion and energy. So I think you've got by committee a lot of guys on that side of the ball. But as far as an identity goes, last year they were a get after the quarterback and sack you kind of guy. Man, I've been surprised sometimes when I look at the end of a game and I'm like, oh, they had 5 sacks today. You didn't feel it as much.
No.
So I think it's because these quarterbacks are getting rid of the ball so fast that it's later in the game when they can't afford to lose it down. They've got to make a play that they're holding the ball longer and the defense can make a play. Hassan Reddick, believe it or not, has more sacks now than he did a year ago through 8 games. One more than he did a year ago. And he, and he kind of wasn't around for the first couple of games with his hand the way it was. So he's really coming on. And so I'm just really curious. I think the identity of this team will still be a pass rush kind of team. I still think they're finding it out as a defense. They were early on stopping the run. I think that is going to be one of the things you want to do today is you don't want to let Tony Pollard get going. You want to make them one-dimensional. But I think today it should be, as far as an identity goes, this is one of those games in this stretch they got coming up. This is where you find an identity because you have to. These games are going to be tough. They're going to be brutal. You got to be mentally strong. And I think that's where we're going to see these teams, the Eagles try to find a little bit of an identity over the next stretch.
You can follow Grayson's Grades on 97.3 ESPN.com. Of course, you're with Mike Gill for Grayson's Grades on Tuesdays, I guess? Tuesdays now. All right, Scott. We get you keys to the game. Give us your keys to the game for week 9 in the NFL. Eagles-Cowboys at 4:25.
Yeah, I usually lead with turnovers, but today, man, I think it's all about aggravating Dak. You've got to make him uncomfortable. I really want to see him, like Mike was saying earlier, I want to see him having to be forced to be on the move and throw on the run. I want to see him holding the ball, and when he does, you make him pay. I think there's going to be some turnovers to be had for the Eagles from defense. I think there's some strip sack potential here. I think there's also Dak. He likes to share the pigskin with the other team when he puts it in the air. I would not be surprised if he throws 2 picks today. So I need to see this defense. So that's one, is make Dak uncomfortable. Number 2, we'll get to the turnovers here. It can't just be the offense not turning it over. The defense has to force some today. I really need to see them come up and make some plays and get some turnovers here and give your offense a little bit of a short field. And number 3, it's been an issue. It seemed like last week was nice to see Julio Jones really help it a little bit, but I want to see the red zones. When you get in the red zone, man, you need touchdowns, not field goals. You want to win today? That's one way to do it.
All right, Scotty Grayson, give us your pick, your prediction for the Eagles-Cowboys today at 4:25.
I think the Cowboys are going to be annoying and just kind of stick around. I think it's going to be a little bit of a kind of a nail-biter kind of game until we get into the fourth quarter. And I just see a late score from the Eagles really helping to put it away. I'm going 30-20 Eagles.
30-20. Now, the Eagles have scored 30 points plus in their 3 home games, so hopefully they can do it again today. As always, Scott Grayson, we really appreciate you. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
again,
thank you.
and let's go Birds.
Yeah.
All right, there he is, Scott Grayson. The keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, sponsored by Blitz's Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Go down there and say hello to James, Dave, and Joe Newman. Of course, Grayson was on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline.
Fall into fun this season with a getaway at Tropicana Atlantic City. Rake in the savings with incredible hotel deals. Indulge in restaurants, revel in exciting nightlife and entertainment. Book your Tropicana getaway today at Caesars.com/AC.
All right, I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Brian Radke here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Join Hall of Famer Tony Baselli and me from Cincinnati for a marquee matchup of hot teams coming up in prime time when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Bengals play host to Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the Bills. Can the Bengals claim their fourth straight win, or will the Bills move to 6-3? Find out on Sunday Night Football.
Listen to Sunday Night Football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Eagles football.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of holiday joy at the Home Depot, where you can find everything you need to get ready for the holiday season, like all new festive outdoor decor. Spread more joy this season with holiday decor that is uniquely you, like our new 3.5-foot Santa and Elf inflatable, each just $19.98. Available in-store and online. Get holiday ready right now at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
I need a new car under 20 grand. Okay, well, what's my trade worth? You know what? I'm going to Matt Blatt Kia, where I can get some straight talk.
Get to Matt Blatt Kia. Every clearly marked new Kia Forte LXS, just $19,999. You heard right. A brand new Kia with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty for under 20 grand. Why would you buy a used vehicle currently stuck in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Kia wants to get you released, then drive with peace of mind with our 4-day loan or leave it return policy. Plus, you can drive with 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days. On every new Kia in stock, we want to finance your future, not your past. So come get your new Kia Forte for under 20 grand. But when they're gone, they're gone.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
With approved credit, not all will qualify. Credit may affect down payments. Offers can't be combined. Go to mattblackkianj.com for complete details or 888-505-6670. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes through KMF. Rebates and incentives to dealer. Must qualify for owner loyalty or competitive rebate. Expires 12/5/23.
Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township, and on Route 37 in Toms River.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig as we get you ready for Eagles football. Eagles-Cowboys at 4:25. Catch all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN. Mike and Merle with the call. And right now we're watching the Dolphins and the Chiefs as they're playing over in Germany today. And it's 21-0. Chiefs over the Dolphins. And, Mike, we just saw a really heads-up play that the Chiefs pulled off on defense.
First of all, the Chiefs defender uses his helmet to strip the ball. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Then the next guy who comes in has the awareness to flick it to Cook, so Cook can run down the sideline and get a touchdown. It was absolutely wild series of events there, and now the Chiefs lead 21. This Chiefs defense is good, Bill.
Yeah, the Chiefs are, like you said earlier,
Chiefs
Mike, could be one of the two teams we'll see in the Super Bowl if things, they stay healthy.
This is another Miami game, playing a good team, and look what's happening.
Look what's happening. 21-0, Josh.
The Forgazis, Bill.
The Forgazis. All right. You know what I want to see? I want to see the Eagles get a big turnover early in the game.
I want to see a big hit.
I want to see a hit. I want to intercept Dak early, and then it'll get him thinking. You know what I mean? Get inside of his head.
Who's their
crowd
backup?
will get on him.
You're going to see their backup today. Zach's coming out today.
Who's their backup, Josh?
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. That's right. Hey, that's what I want to see. I don't want him to see hurt bad. Let's say see Dak limp off, and they have to use Cooper Rush. That Eagles crowd will go nuts today.
Love that.
And you're going to be there, Carlin.
Be there. Let's go. Let's go, Birds.
Hour 2 ahead of us. We're going to talk with Mark Grimes, our agent at the beach. He's up at the game. We'll get a little flavor from him. And then at the bottom of the hour, we'll talk with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. My bad. All that and more. It's The Locker with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's Week 9, and the Eagles host the Dallas Cowboys later today at the
Lane goes Prescott. He's looking, steps up, he's hit, and he's dropped.
Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you and at gmslaw.com. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Hospital. Your healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Choose better banking. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Good evening, and welcome to your nightmare.
You thought you were safe and sound until you looked out the window and saw it in the driveway. The creature that's been draining you dry for years, an old friend that had turned into a gas-guzzling monster. It was your old car just sitting there laughing.
AJ, the trade man, has got you covered.
Oh, yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
Even if you owe thousands more than your trade's worth, Matt Blatt Nissan wants to get you into a new Nissan with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0% financing on every new Nissan in stock. Backed by Matt Blatt's 4-day love it or leave it return policy. Have a job clearing $350 per week? You're virtually approved. Only at MattBlattNissan.com. On approved Tier 1 credit through DMAC. Negative equity will be refinanced into new vehicle plus tax tag and $589 fee. Offers can't be combined. 0% for 36 months. Call 877-289-6670 or go to MattBlattNissan.com for complete details. Offer ends 11/5/2023. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
ABC Wednesday.
It's country music's biggest night.
The CMA Awards, live. With performances by Luke Bryan, Lainey Wilson, Jelly Roll, and Kay Michelle. Old Dominion with Megan Maroney, Carly Pierce featuring Chris Stapleton, Tanya Tucker with Little Big Town, and more.
The best in country music!
Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning host
The CMA Awards live.
Wednesday, 8/7 Central on ABC, and stream next day on Hulu.
You have the choice, whether it's going out to dinner or ordering takeout at a local restaurant. Those choices help to put money back into your community. And Town Square Media South Jersey puts a spotlight on local restaurants.
Yuri's Waterfront Restaurant, family dining with quality seafood at reasonable prices, just over the bridge in Wildwood. Yuri's.net. Sunday Gravy, with over 30 years of experience cooking in various restaurants and cuisines. Sunday Gravy's chef is excited to present his vision of Sunday Gravy to all their guests. Simple, approachable Italian food they love to cook, eat, and serve. Their caring and committed staff will ensure you have a fantastic experience with them. Molly's Kitchen on Tilton Road in Northfield, offering a delicious assortment of sandwiches, burgers, wraps, and salads. Catering available too. Online at mollyskitchen.restaurant. So many ways to satisfy your appetite at Yuri's Waterfront Restaurant in Wildwood, Sunday Gravy in Linwood, or Molly's Kitchen in Northfield.
Thank you for supporting these great local restaurants from Town Square Media, South Jersey.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
Touchdown!
Sixers, and Flyers.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Set, red 83.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig, as we get you ready for Week 9 in the NFL. Eagles-Cowboys at 4:25. It's a national big game of the day, and of course, we're watching a big game right here with the
21-0 halftime.
21-0 Chiefs over the Dolphins.
Those Forgazy Dolphins.
And this sports book is packed, Mike.
You would think it's 4 o'clock right now.
Right.
I mean, this place is packed.
It's a lot of fun. And I'm starting to get text messages from friends of mine that are either going to the game or listening to the show. And, of course, our good buddy Michael Pileggi is listening, and he's with RDS Auto Group up there, the Lamborghini in Philadelphia. And Michael Pileggi, he's basically saying the same thing that you are. You run the ball and
control the clock.
Control the clock.
And get the pressure.
He wants to see a deep ball to A.J. Brown.
He'll see it.
Will he see that, Josh? A
He'll
deep
see
ball.
Hopefully.
He'll see it.
I like to see that.
It'll be a catch or pass interference.
Right now on the line with us, he's our agent at the beach. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I welcome in our good buddy, our agent at the beach, who's at the game, Mark Grimes. Good morning, Mark.
What's happening?
Are you in a 3-point stand? Well, that's right, because you were tell our listeners where you were last night, Grimesy. So you're hobnobbing with all the Sixers? So now, Yeah, I got to tell you, Grimesy, I like a team that people say, oh, they have no shot at winning, and this team they'll play all right in the regular season, but when the playoffs come, they'll get shut down. No, let's run with this team. I think Daryl Morey did a good job in getting rid of Harden, moving on, and get out from all that big salary cap.
He was cancer,
right, Grimesy. I mean, this team. I like this team. Yeah, Kelly Oubre. Yeah, Carlin's got it down here. Is it Joel? He's averaging 29 points.
29. Look at Maxey.
Maxey 26. Oubre 21.
And
Harris 20, which is Toby
if you
Harris.
can do that all year, guys, we're okay.
All right, Grimesy, you're on your way. You're going to the Eagles game. You're on your way to the Eagles game, right, Grimesy? Yeah, beautiful day. Hey, Mark, let me ask you this question. We discussed this earlier. Do you feel the intensity? You said there's a lot of Eagles jerseys walking around in the city, but leading up in your surroundings, your environment, has the intensity been there this week for Eagles-Cowboys week like it's been in the past? Yeah, I think so too. We're talking with Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach. Mark, are you concerned with the Eagles' lack of running? I mean, you're talking about one of the best offensive lines, if not the best offensive line in the league. And last week they only rushed 22 times for 59 yards. The week before that, not much better. Are you concerned with the lack of running? I gotta think that Devontae Smith, like the Cowboys might come out, Josh, and try to stop.
They're going to shut down Brown.
It's going to leave Devontae Smith
wide open
to be the guy that
Goddard.
Right?
It'll be a Goddard day over the middle.
Listen, people forget Devonta Smith holds the Eagles all-time record for most receptions in a season by a wide receiver. He's no slouch. He's just a forgotten man right now, and we are, like Billy just said, one over-focusing on A.J. Brown day away from that guy going off.
All right, Grimesy, where are you sitting? Where are you sitting today, Grimesy?
Would you expect anything else? Come on.
All right, Grimesy, give us your prediction for the Eagles game today. Eagles 24-17. All right.
Which means Grimes buys into my previous prediction was that this game will hit the under.
By the way, Mike Gill just texted in. Listen, Mike Gill just texted in, and he's listening. He said he agrees. He think no juice. There's not that much juice this week for the Eagles-Cowboys week. Are you shocked by that, Josh? I mean, are you let down by it? I mean, I think Grimes is onto something.
I was going to say, I think what he just said, I'd never thought about until just now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking putting 2 and 2 together does make 4. What Mark just said is right.
Yeah.
We're still not over the Phillies being out of it.
I think we're shocked, right, Mark? I mean,
I guarantee you're going to have some. What's your drinking choice
go get
today
a mimosa.
at the game?
Go get a mimosa right now, Grimesy.
So he'll be ready.
He's all
ready.
fired up.
Mark, listen. Mark, just drink a little extra Gatorade. You'll be fine.
All right, Grimesy. Listen, man, we really appreciate you. And have a great game, and let's go Birds. There he is.
Take care.
Mark Grimes of the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Listen, Mike Gill even just said there's no juice. Would that affect it? I would imagine once the game gets started,
because the juice is in that stadium.
It'll be a fever pitch, right? I mean, the fans that go to these games, they bring it. They bring it, man.
They go nuts.
Look, I think the fans are going to be there, but Bill, there is something to be said for what you and Mike Gill have talked about, which is there is a bit of a emotional deflation that has been caused. And Bill, you asked me how do I feel about it. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed necessarily just because the Phillies lost, But I'm also disappointed that the Philly fan is letting what happened to the Phillies impact their ability to invest in the other teams. Because guess what? The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. The Sixers finally got rid of James Harden. And the Flyers are not trash anymore.
No, they're playing.
So you have 3 reasons to actually care about the other teams in the city, but you're letting one team affect your entire emotional compass. I'm a little disappointed in Philly.
We're all juiced up, Carlin.
Josh, why would you say the Eagles are the best team in the NFC? Why aren't they the best team in the whole league? Who's better than them right now? Right now.
The Bengals are 4-3. They're not.
Right now, who's better than the Eagles?
Listen, you can make the argument they're the best team in football.
I like hearing that. That's what I want to hear. That's all.
But guess what?
Move the commercial right now.
As A.J. Brown said, I don't care how good we are early in the season.
Correct.
I care if we're the best team at the end of the season.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game tonight? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver that Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey.
Sign up for Caesars Rewards today to earn and redeem at Atlantic City's best hotel stays, entertainment, nightlife experiences, and more at Tropicana Atlantic City. Head to the quarter this fall to redeem one-on-one comps in top-tier dining, boutique shopping, and the ultimate IMAX experience featuring the largest screen in South Jersey. It's the Tropicana.
All right, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. I am telling you, you need to get to La Scala's. Their food is phenomenal. They're in Brigantine, and they open this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's, open Wednesday through Sunday. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9. Every table gets one free signature pizza per table. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peroni, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig, as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 97.3 ESPN with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I just think the Eagles are the team to beat in the NFC, and they added an all-pro safety in Kevin Byard. Now, is he what he was a few years ago? No. But is he better than Terrell Edmonds? Hell yes. And now pairing him with Reed Blankenship, I feel a lot better about the back end of that defense. They already got Big Play Slay and James Bradbury on the corners. They're fine at that spot, but having somebody on the back end of that defense, the last line of defense, and the key communicator when it comes to the secondary, making sure you don't have blown coverages and leave guys wide open, I think that's going to be huge in terms of leadership for a group in that back end. So I love the addition of Kevin Byard. I think this makes the Eagles the prohibitive favorite in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
This holiday, trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium, Apple TV 4K, and 6 months of Apple One. All on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Go to your local Verizon store now. 6 months of Apple One, then $10 per month. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR. Apple TV 4K and Apple One offers require eligible phone purchase with activation on Unlimited Ultimate. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for details.
Hey folks, we got big news and a small disclaimer. It's Springfield Mitsubishi Atlantic City, but it's actually in Pleasantville. We got a secret stash of pre-owned budget-friendly cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got it all, even cars with stories more interesting than your great aunt's last vacation. Swing by Springfield Mitsubishi AC. New location, new laughs, and lots of used cars to choose from. Visit us at SpringfieldMitsubishiAC.com and experience the sure way to buy a car.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig getting you ready for Eagles-Cowboys Week 9 in the NFL. And I got to tell you guys, over the years, being a season ticket holder from 1991 until just like 2 years ago, there is nothing like being at the stadium in a big game, and when the Eagles score a touchdown and the whole stadium in unison sings a song. Mike Carlin, you can't beat it.
It's going to be a fun day today. We're going to hear it a lot.
Right? I mean, it's just
fireworks.
Like
I will never. Fireworks
some of the best memories of my life is when we in 2004 when we went to that Super Bowl. I guess what did we beat Tampa Bay, or we beat the Falcons? Yeah, the Falcons.
We beat the Falcons.
2004.
2004.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
Michael Vick.
It was a freezing cold night. I think it was, if I memory serves me correctly, I think it was on New Year's Eve, and it was snowing. It was. I was warm.
I don't know if it was Michael.
It was definitely not New Year's Eve.
It was Matt Ryan. It's when we beat Matt Ryan when Atlanta came up.
No, he's talking about 2004.
Going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
2004, Michael.
Yeah, look that up. Because my memory's a little shot because we were celebrating so much.
I'm pretty sure. I'm looking up right now, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't New Year's Day.
I was so warm, and that was something I'll never forget.
January 3rd.
January 3rd.
It was definitely not New Year's Day.
When we celebrated like it was New Year's.
that makes more sense.
That's what it was. So, but Mike, what I'm trying to say is like the camaraderie, the euphoric feeling of going to the Super Bowl and winning. Everybody was singing in unison. It's like if we get that intensity today at the link, they're guaranteed to win, man. I mean, just like the Red October crowd.
Guaranteed to win.
I'm not guaranteeing a win, but I'm just saying.
But you're saying.
But I'm saying.
Guaranteed
I'm getting
to win.
pumped up. I'm
heard.
trying to get everybody pumped up for this game, Carlin. You're going to this game. I want to get some fire out of you.
I'm waiting. I'm saving it up for the game. I want to be in the stadium.
I tell you what, I don't mind 425 games. Do you, Josh?
Oh, I don't mind. I don't like it every single week.
I like 425. I don't like 8:00 games Sunday night, or Monday night, or Thursday night. I don't mind. I like 425 because you get yourself worked up. You get yourself into a lather. Everybody's tailgating.
You love working yourself up, Billy.
Great tailgate today.
Great tailgate. I mean, those people are down. Been down there since probably like 8:00 this morning.
I think that's
even
when the
before
gates
that.
open. Yeah.
How early can they get down there? That's how early they get down.
No, I think they can at 8:00 on 1:00 games.
I want to feel the
that's 5
intent,
hours.
Carlin.
So
I want you to when you get to the game tonight. you're going to be in a luxury box. So they're drinking wine with their little pinky finger sticking out.
Are they?
Now they're getting into it, but I want you to send me a text message like with how I want to hear how loud it is.
I will.
Because I think the Eagles I think if going off what Grayson said, if you pressure Dak Prescott, he will make mistakes. He's got a propensity, Josh, to make that mistake. And I think if he does it early, if we can get to him early,
rattle him.
It'll rattle him. That's when the fans come in.
Yep, rattle him.
I keep checking the updates because I think one of the keys to that rattling you're looking for, Billy, is the status of Tyron Smith and his backup, because both guys were questionable on the injury report this week for the Cowboys. Tyron Smith didn't play last week. Tyron Smith has only played 21 games in the last 3 years. He has been injured a lot. So, you have a potentially banged up left tackle situation for Dallas. That's an opportunity for Philadelphia to take advantage of.
Let's talk about the Gainwell situation, because he goes in the halftime last week and he's texting Josh. I mean,
that's a problem.
Isn't that a problem? Like, why doesn't Sirianni have why would he think that would be okay?
I don't even think that's a team problem.
I don't want to be negative,
but I think
saying.
It's a league problem.
That's against the league rules. You're not supposed to be
it's like eating.
doing that.
It's like when LeBron was eating on the bench. I mean, during the game, that's just uncalled for.
I don't understand.
And if there isn't a rule, make it
a rule.
I was going to say,
right,
bad word there, but
I don't understand why he wasn't at least fined. He has to be at least fined for that situation because that's unacceptable.
And is Rashad Penny going to get some PT today? Is Rashad Penny going to be? Is he in the lineup?
We're going to find out around 3 o'clock because, I mean, last week he was inactive, and I don't understand how.
Going to be a lot of Swift today, guys.
I don't understand. Now, here, we should say this. Boston Scott is unavailable for today's game. He's dealing with some personal stuff. So our thoughts and prayers are out to him and his family right now. So maybe that's an opportunity to force the Eagles to put Rashad Penny on the field, because as of right now, you have a guy who's my size, 5'9", 200. I mean, for goodness sake. And you have another guy who's 5'11" and 220. Guess what? I know, Billy, you and I always argue about big guys and little guys.
Big guys beat up on little guys.
But at the end of the day, I don't want a little guy running for the first down. I want a bigger body.
He's starting to see it my way, Mike.
Well, no, I'm just saying in certain circumstances, you do need – certain people are built – like, for example, do you want Kyler Murray doing the quarterback sneak? No. Do you want Jalen Hurts doing the quarterback sneak?
Yeah.
Yes, because he's built for it.
Right.
If a guy is built to do a job a certain way, you don't ask somebody who's not built to do that. Like, I'm not going to take a Lamborghini on a dirt road. I'm going to take a Jeep on a dirt road.
What this team doesn't have, and they're not the only one.
Right.
Think about all the teams out there. Remember the days of just 10 years ago? Everybody had a great fullback. When you needed 2 yards, you had
a lost
fullback.
There's only one left.
Now we don't have any fullbacks.
Who is that? Which is
Kyle Juszczyk with 49ers. That's
49ers.
it.
That's our problem.
All right, let's look at some rankings. I know when you get to a divisional game and a rivalry game, you can throw these things out, but just it's worth noting that the Philadelphia Eagles total offense, they rank 3rd in the league in total offense. The Cowboys surprisingly ranked 15th total offense. Does that surprise you, Carlin?
Yeah, it's a little low.
Josh, the Cowboys rush offense, they're ranked 11th. All right. The Eagles are 7th. A little surprising there, too, because in the beginning of the season, the Eagles were able to run the ball. They were like, I think, number 2.
But
they've dropped to 7th.
Because we said the last 3-4 games, all we've been doing is passing the ball.
Pass offense, this is a little deceiving stat. The pass offense, number 16 for the Cowboys. They're ranked 16. The Eagles, 7 again. I think is that a little deceiving, Josh?
It can be. I do think there's something to be said for the fact that when you think about what the Cowboys have done this year, they've been Jekyll and Hyde.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and take too much from a game like last week. I want to see what they do when they face a team like Philadelphia. Look what happened with Miami. They came to Philadelphia, they got into a fist fight, and they went down with
look what's going on with Miami right now. They're getting beat 21-0 by the Chiefs.
So you said the Eagles in offense were 7-7.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be 7-7 or would you rather be 2-15? in 2 different categories.
I'd rather be 7. I'd be more consistent.
There you go.
Right. All right, Josh, what wins championships? What type of style of play? What wins championships?
Teams that win in the trenches.
Right. You win defense, right?
Yeah.
Defense wins. We agree to that?
Offensive line, defensive line.
The Cowboys rank 3rd in total defense. All right. We rank 8. That's a little deceiving there. I thought we'd be a little higher than that, Josh.
The only reason why we're not higher is because of the 2 Washington games. You know, the Washington games have really impacted your overall stat rankings.
Carlin still rushed. We're number 1 in rush defense. So if we can, we can stuff the Cowboys' run game, which is not. I mean, like I said, they're off rush. They're number 11 in the league in rushing. Shut them down, and then put pressure on Dak Prescott. Force him to make a turnover, like Grayson said.
Scott, block up the middle with Carter and Davis. That's going to open up the outside with Reddick and Sweat.
All right, but here's the stat that's going to alarm you the most, Mike Carlin.
Oh, boy.
You know what we are against the pass in the league?
Against the pass.
Yeah, against the pass. Our defense against the pass.
I'm going to say we're 27th.
26, Josh.
Woo!
That's why you had to get fired. That's why you got fired.
We need to straighten it out tonight against the Cowboys.
Yeah. We'll be fine with Byard.
The Cowgirls.
That's why we got him.
That's why you acquire a guy like Kevin Byard, because you need help in that situation.
Yeah, we knew that, too.
By the way, I loved his comments after last week's game. We didn't play good enough. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. And then he said, I didn't do.
Right.
Took responsibility, Josh. I like that.
That's what leaders do.
That's what leaders do, Carlin.
That's what rim men do.
Right. He took the risk. He said, I didn't, but in full disclosure and full fairness, he just been traded from Tennessee. Josh, I guess terminology, Mike. You
have to be able to adapt quick.
He has to adapt.
And he can.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was the best of Philly, best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey.
This season, Caesars Sportsbook is offering more ways to bet than ever before, with more props, bigger same-game parlays, and play-by-play betting, all of which are available on the kiosk at Tropicana Atlantic City, making it the best place to bet and watch. That's Tropicana Atlantic City and the Caesars Sportsbook.
Stanton Insurance Group, SIG Protection. Hey, the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with the Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard, whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business. Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com for a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we will talk with our fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. He's going to get us straight on who to play today in Week 9 in the NFL. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Josh Hennig, as we broadcast live from the Tropicana from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Brian Radke here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Join Hall of Famer Tony Baselli and me from Cincinnati for a marquee matchup of hot teams coming up in prime time when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Bengals play host to Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the Bills. Can the Bengals claim their 4th straight win, or will the Bills move to 6-3? Find out on Sunday Night Football.
Listen to Sunday Night Football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Eagles football.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Rolling again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
This holiday, the Home Depot is helping you get gifts that keep on giving by making sure they keep on going. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from Ryobi, Milwaukee, Rigid, DeWalt, or Makita, you get an eligible tool for free. Just pick a brand, pick a battery kit, and get a tool free. Give the gift of more doing this holiday with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid at participating stores and online. One per transaction. Discount taken at checkout. Full eligible tool list in store and online. Valid October 23rd, 2023 through January 28th, 2024.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining. Join me on the Bet Parks Sportsbook app, and you're in the zone. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app of the real Philly fan and the only app I recommend. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances like total passing and rushing yards. Bet total team touchdowns. Bet who scores a touchdown. And nobody does live in-game betting better than Bet Parks. Bet on the action as it happens. Join me right now and download the Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. New customers make a winning $10 bet and get $125 in bonus.
No, you are.
Bets back. Must be a winning bet, and bonus bets must be wagered.
Maybe lower that asking
Bet
price
Parks
from Austin Eckler to
Sportsbook
something
is the
else.
only sports betting app that I recommend. Live betting, parlays, props, teasers. They have.
Oh,
it
don't
all.
worry, I heard it all.
Like me, I'm sure that you love to play, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in NPA, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Number 1-800.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schweim, Josh Hennig is Mike Carlin just took off. He's on his way up to the Eagles game. We let him out. We get him an early out today, and for good reason, because he needs to get up there. It's going to be probably bumper to bumper on the expressway heading up.
All I know is, Bill, that you pay me to be here, and I'm here every week. So,
I am so excited for this game that I can't wait. I can't wait for 425. But right now, we talk fantasy football at the 11:30 hour. We talk with my fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, brought to you by the Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch and dinner with. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. For takeout, call 609-927-FOOD, 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. That's Charlie's Bar. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in our good buddy, my fantasy football guru and yours, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru. Guru, man, you're missing today's game. Man.
Right, Brian, let me ask you, does your wife hate you? All right, well, at least you found a compromise.
Anybody that schedules something, a family, a wedding or something on an Eagles-Cowboys weekend, that's blasphemy right there.
High
All
school
right.
soccer.
Now, Guru, last week you guys were breaking my stones because of my record, but guess who I beat last week in fantasy football? Hartley. I beat Josh. So I'm back in the mix. Even though right now Josh has informed me that if the playoffs were to start today, that I wouldn't be in it because I'm 3-5. But I am 3-5, and I'm playing Ryan Rothstein today, and he's in first place. So if I get a W today, I'll be right back in the mix. And guess what, Hartley? I like my team today.
He likes his team, but he's 3-5.
I like my team. Burrow. I got Pacheco. I got Cook, Thielen, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, which I got high expectations for those guys today. And, I'm excited about my prospects. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Brian, I got to ask you, because this is a rough weekend for people who have quarterbacks on buys. There's a lot of, you got Hall versus Heineke in Atlanta this week. I mean, it's between Minnesota and Atlanta this week. I mean, it is not a good weekend for quarterbacks. I mean, what are people to do this Sunday? Right. Uh-oh.
That hurts.
I've got to admit, I'm guilty of that as well. So
you picked up Prescott as well?
I had no other choice there, Billy. I mean, I had to.
He tried to. So, Guru, ready for this? Yeah. And I had him on my team. I dropped him because I'm going with Geno Smith and of course Burrow. But I know you guys don't. You look at the projections and you say you really can't go by that. But I'm looking at the projection. A.J. Brown, he's projected to score 20 points plus today. And if he continues, continues his playing the way he's been playing, he will put those points up.
He's averaging over 100 yards a game. So, I mean, of course, he's going to be projected for a high number.
I think that might be the one projection that you really can look at and pretty much guarantee it's going to hit somewhere around there. Because he's a beast. He's a different creature than all the other receivers out there.
We're talking with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point. Before we get your picks, Guru, today, we talked about the atmosphere leading up to the Cowboys week. Has it for you had the same intensity, or has it been lacking a little this week? Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I got to read this list.
All right.
Here is the latest on who is starting today at quarterback in the NFL. Okay. Brett Rippon, Tyson Bagent, Jaron Hall, Aiden O'Connell, Taylor Heineke, and Clayton Tune.
Jeez. No wonder why I had to pick up Dak Prescott. I get you. All right, Guru. It's week 9 in the NFL. Give us your picks. Who do you like this week?
Right. Right.
All right, Guru. Now let's turn to the Eagles, Cowboys. Let's focus on that real quick. You know, it's a 4:25 start, like you said. People are down there getting lathered up, ready for the Cowboys Eagles game today, 4:25. How do you see this one shaking out? $33-27. Fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, as always, we really appreciate you. And let's go Birds, and we'll talk to you next week. All right, there he is. There's my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Somers Point, New Jersey, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com or call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD, 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. That's Charlie's Bar. Of course, the guru was on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game today? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Somers Point, New Jersey. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Josh Hennig right here on 97.3 ESPN as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 9, and the Eagles host the Dallas Cowboys later today at the Link.
Goes Prescott. He He's looking, steps up, he's hit, and he's dropped.
Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station. Brought to you by
Jenkins Plumbing and Heating at jenkinsonSons.com. Piccalilli Inn. Nobody beats the Piccalilli, Route 206 in Chemung. Frank Vincent Windows, Roofing, Siding, and Doors make your home look new again. BMW of Atlantic City. Shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Ocean Casino. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. And First Bank of Sea Isle.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
And if you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
With Black Friday savings all month long at the Home Depot, you get all the jingle bells and whistles you could wish for with LG appliances. With America's most reliable line of appliances per independent consumer study, you can take holiday doing to holiday done and always be ready to handle last-minute holiday guests. Save up to $900 on select laundry sets with Black Friday savings, including top brands like LG at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schweim, Josh Hennig, taking you right up to 12 noon. It's Eagles-Cowboys week. Of course, we're here at the Sportsbook in Caesars, and we've got the Dolphins-Chiefs game on, Josh, and the Dolphins just scored, but the
and
Chiefs
they just forced a fumble.
Yeah, it's 21. The Kansas City Chiefs are winning right now, 21.
See, Patrick Mahomes fumbles too, Billy.
Yeah, with 2:12 left in the third. But Miami, everybody was high-powered offense, this, that. But when the stat that you had that I thought was telling was they were like 5 and
26 with their opponents. Yeah. They beat this year, and the same with the Cowboys. The Cowboys their opponents have a losing record as well, and I think that one of the keys, Scott Grayson in the last hour brought up the turnovers, Bill. To me, I think it also comes down to, well, how do you prevent or get turnovers? You got to get physical.
Right.
And I think that, a lot of teams in the NFL, they do not have the roster capable of getting into that kind of fight. And I think if Philadelphia, you go back, Billy, Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward, right? Those were wars, right? Those boxing matches.
Right.
Well, why didn't Mickey Ward win 2 out of those 3 fights? Body shots. The Eagles need to take body shots to the Cowboys. They need to make this ugly. They need to make this, something that is not pretty. because the uglier you make the fight, the better it is for Philadelphia.
Hungry dogs run faster.
Something like that, yeah.
Hey, Josh, the players, A.J. Brown made a comment earlier the week about how that he just goes in, takes care of his business. The rivalry doesn't really affect him in his game. He goes out with the same mindset. But doesn't having an arch rival, an arch enemy, isn't that inspire you more to play better? Or how do you view that? I mean, I like to have an arch nemesis. I like to have a arch rival in the Cowboys, something to get fired up for.
I think that if you are a professional football player, you learn that you cannot get too high or too low any week. And you got to go about a business approach, because if you have that adrenaline dump, you have nothing left for the rest of the game. You as the fan, Bill, can have the adrenaline dump because you're not having to execute in the crucible of the game. Whereas in the moment,
football's a physical game. Like I know, like a pitcher, when he's on the mound and everybody's screaming and he gets hit towards for a home run, he's got to settle down.
Right.
But football's a physical thing. You can control it with your effort.
Well, you have to control it, or you're going to lose.
Right.
And I think that Billy, you always like to talk about, and I've been with you for a long time now. Okay, you always like to talk about how, hey, I like guys from big colleges, right? One of the things you learned at a big college is how to manage your emotions during rivalry week. If you go to Alabama, it's Auburn. You go to Ole Miss, it's Mississippi State. You go to Georgia, it's Florida, so on and so forth. Ohio State, Michigan. I think that those guys the value of those guys isn't just, they're good players. It's that they learn in those moments how to handle their emotions.
Josh, it's week 9 in the NFL. Who's going to have a big game for the Eagles today? Someone that hasn't really stood out, or is there a player that you're looking to watch that needs to have a big game today?
How about Julio Jones?
Julio Jones.
Because you know what, Dallas does not have a good nickel corner situation either. Bland has played well filling in for Diggs, but I think Dallas does not have an elite secondary outside of their two corners. And I think that maybe Jones might be he had his first touchdown last week. Why can't he get it again?
Like I said earlier, the Cowboys, they're ranked number 18 in their rush defense, ranked number 4 in their pass defense, going against an Eagles team that's ranked number in offense, ranked 7 with the pass. But I think they've been playing. It seems like we're better than 7, doesn't it?
Well, again, Philadelphia remember, they started the season in the rain in New England.
Right.
So that hurts their stats, right? You talk about a team that got roughed up by the Jets. The Jets are a very good defense. That soiled their stats, we'll say, right? So it's one of those things where, it's we can look at the rankings, but it's not doesn't tell the whole story, because then you got to look at who'd you play. Dallas, they started the season destroying the Giants. Giants are not a good football team. Yeah. So, it looks better, right? In college football, it's the, style points, right?
Right.
Well, style points don't matter in the NFL.
No. Josh, I think I'm looking for Nakobe Dean to have a big game today.
Okay.
I'd like to see a linebacker maybe get an interception, because the linebackers have been under a lot of heat. They haven't been living up to playing up their, I guess, not that we had high expectations for the line, because the Eagles really don't put that much stock in the linebackers. I haven't. Obviously, they drafted Nakobe Dean. But they lucky that he fell.
He fell to them.
He fell to them. I'd like to see Nakobe Dean have a big game today.
Well, it's interesting because I was listening to somebody talk this week. Two NFL executives were telling Jeff Mosher from the Inside the Birds podcast that they are so impressed with Zach. They're saying that he's playing the best ball.
Great. Yeah.
They're saying he's playing the best ball of his career. So I think that he has been a saving grace for this team that has had some injuries.
All right, we have Scott Grayson said, what did he say, 30 to 10, was it? I forgot to write it to the Eagles.
Don't ask
I think it's 30-10. Grimes, he said 24-17. The Guru said 33-27, all Eagles wins. And Mike Carlin, who's on his way up to the Eagles game, he says 30, and let me write Mike down here, 31-27 Eagles. don't think the Cowboys scored 27 points in the link today.
No, I don't think so either. Bill, I always tell you I save my pick for when I jump on with you.
Okay.
And, although on my show, on game night during the week at 6 o'clock here on 97.3 ESPN, I did say the game was going to go under. So that kind of gives you an idea of where I'm leaning.
It's the Eagles are plus or -3, and the over and under is 46.5 or 47, I think it is.
47.
47.
Yeah, it's 47 flat. Some books have 46.5. So, I tend to think this is going to be a rock fight. I think it's going to get ugly at times. And I'm going to go Eagles 24, Dallas. I'm going to go Dallas. How about Dallas 20, 24-20?
24-20. That seems like a fair number. I always look. I go last because it's my show, and I get to look.
The locker room with Billy Schwein.
Locker room. And
Before you go, Danny, what's your pick?
I'm going to go with the Eagles 28-17. I'm also going on the under. I thought about for a second going on the over for like a 31-20 prediction, but I agree with you, Josh. I think it's going to be a hard-fought victory if the Eagles do win. It's going to take everything they got, and it's not going to be this big shootout that people advertise it to be. But, hey, who knows? Because last week they had a shootout with the Washington Commanders, so we'll see what happens this week.
Hey, Danny, real quick, who do you think is going to have a big game for the Eagles defensively?
Defensively, give me a big game from the new man, Kevin Byard, new flashy safety of the team.
Very good. All right, I'm going to say the Eagles are going to win this game 27-23. So we all are in agreement.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. Eagles still win when we agree.
All right, let's go Birds. I want to thank Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News for checking in. I want to thank Mark Rhymes. I would like to thank the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. Danny Ryan back at the studio. Mike Carlin. Josh Hennig, as always, do a great job. Let's go, Birds. Let's bring it. Let's get a big victory. And, of course, you can hear all the action at 4:25 with Mike and Merle on the call. Eagles-Cowboys right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Coming up.